Good morning, my darlings. Beautiful Sunday morning here. A lovely breeze. I'm so happy I've got my dingly danglies that make lovely chimes, wind chimes. So you might hear them in the background. And I'm doing this because I have a busy day. I go to look after a friend of mine. Her dog is passing away and she is an elderly lady living in very harsh conditions. And I try to go and see her every 2 weeks, bring her food, stay with her, and maybe her dog will leave her today. So I want to get this done early. A lot to cover since 3 days ago, so I'm going to make this video part 3, and a lot of information in my head that it really helps to get it off my chest and hand it over to you guys, and you can do all your joining, but goodness gracious, what a lot. So this is the chart, 5th of July, 10 a.m. CERN kickoff, and the big thing going on right now is that Venus is right on Aldebaran. Venus, as you know, every 8 years she does her cycle, Venus, flower. So, you know, everything that I've been covering for years is really at an absolute climax. No, we don't want a flower basket. Venus, 5-pointed. Right. So you're aware, with her retrogrades over a period of 8 years, she makes the flower of life, and you're also aware of her morning and evening star, and that she is considered exalted in Pisces and considered in detriment in VirgO. And this is all about what's about to be launched, putting the feminine axis against each other, white, black. So I noticed this absolutely ridiculous little video, but this is all about Venus, this is all about Taurus, this is all about the moon goddess. Now that's not what we want here. We want, yeah, Harry, these horrible little shorts here, this. Okay, so sound. So this is Prince Harry. Okay, we probably won't find it, but there's Prince Harry that's just come out saying that his mother was chased by the paparazzi and tortured by all humanity because Dodi was not white. Okay, and then insinuating that this is what's happening to him with his wife. So Harry, the redhead, Mars, and his mother, Diana, the moon goddess, Taurus. So that is what they want to rise. And we've got for the CERN kickoff, we've got Aries and Taurus right on the MC, rising MC, Orion, Algol, Medusa. And this is representing Harry and Diana, becoming this energy of Cernunnos. And then we've got Scorpio and Libra at the bottom with the tail of the snake. In Libra, this is why we've got Snake Island and the Phosphorous, the white Phosphorous. Phosphorous is the light bearer. Lucifer, they're bringing up the dark sides. They're bringing up, making Taurus into the Instagram, the sun god, the silver gates, into the solar MC solar. And this is the Cairo line. I told you this French, very famous rapper, black singer that was known for a very long period. He's a very famous rapper in France, and he's called MC Sol. Sol is sun, but also earth, Taurus, and R is Mars, Ra, R. So Earth with Aries, this merging here when we should be merging in 9 years. Scorpio is this rising with Libra. That is the tribe of Dan. CERN is exactly the same as the Tudor. This is the Tudor Rose. So this is the Tudor Rose, which is a Holbein's portrait of Thomas More. So we've got ground control to Major Tom. Holbein Danish, tribe of Dan, DNA. This is the fiery serpent on the pole. This is Moses. Aries says, all those who look the snake in the eye, all those bits shall live. All those that can rise their own snake, their own kundalini, their own transmutation, who can see the dark sides, will live. So this is all the flip-flop, and they're about to set off the cauldron, the CERN cauldron, and I think it goes in the shape of an 8, I'm not sure, which is the meter, and it's the north-south nodes, which is all about the equinox, south nodes, north-south node, equinox. Let's put equinox. Images, which is the Milky Way snake. So it's always this tilt. I've got lots of different pictures here. The north-south node is always on the autumn and the spring equinox. The nodes don't actually move, but as the ecliptic moves around the sun, every 18 months we have another axis in the north-south node. So for this set off 10 a.m. 5th of July, we're going to have north node in Aries, Alpha, Omega, and they are creating the Aleph Tav closing, which is what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to have, so let's go to the 5th. I have so much to show you. I have to keep my thoughts clear. So yesterday was the 2nd of the 7th, that's 72, 5 times 72 is the 5-pointed star. It is the new wheel with the 5th element, 5 times 72 to make 360. So yesterday for the 72, we had Venus bang on Aldebaran, and this is the Tudor Rose images coming out of CERN. And for the 5th, I'll come back to that date afterwards, we're going to have Mercury right on the wand of Merlin, still in Taurus, Sun right on Sirius. We're going to have the moon just in VirgO and Mars just coming out of the V for Victory, conjunct ERIS and CHIRON, and Uranus obviously still in Aries, and then Mars will get ready to come into Aries on the 9th. So back to the cauldron. So this, and then we've got Pluto obviously bringing up the Phoenix retrograde right underneath Altair, and this war for the summer-winter triangle. Just telling people not to message me now. And Neptune is on the whale's tail. Jupiter has just entered into CETUS, so he's really in the unconscious collective. Yeah, I hope people won't message me. So for this spin, for this reverse spin of CERN, this is what they need just before Pluto goes into Capricorn. They're using this spin whirlpool of Pluto. Let's see where Pluto is exactly. Right, so he really is right underneath Altair. And then we've got Saturn getting ready to come for the 14th for Valentine's Day, 2023, February, and I noticed for those dates, we've got in London a massive new energy conference about the optic fiber OF, and also in Saudi Arabia, massive new energy events to bring in the new airwaves, Aquarius, but Saturn is still right now right in that true twin peak gap, and we are literally with CERN jumping time because they are switching us to the merging of Taurus and Aries, but using the merging of Gemini and Taurus, and having this energy of Mars to bring up that Baphomet energy, the Cernunnos, the green gods. So let's go through these articles. So it's also predictable. Tudor Rose from Holbein's portrait of more ground control to Major Tom, Dan tribe of DNA, Danish Holbein. The 5th of July, Venus, ruler of where tail of snake is in Libra, head in Aries, Venus in domicile in Taurus on the silver gate bullseye, Alder, barren, infertile, and Mercury on Orion's wand, Merlin, CERN, Cernunnos, making the silver gate, the gold horn, Instagram, Taurus, Aries, Aleph, Tav, passage, gateway, Milky Way SPIN. So this is taking back to the videos I did on Andromeda. We're going to be having a look. Big things going on that I've noticed. I'm going to be showing you. And Sun on Sirius, Gemini. Jupiter in Pisces now in the abyss of the sea monster. Cetus, Mars conjunct Eris and Chiron in Pisces. Neptune on whale's tail. Pisces and Mars about to enter Aries on the 9th of the 7th. Moon in VirgO. Saturn RetrO in Capricorn and Pluto under the PHOENIX ALTAIR RETRO Cernunnos. So I've showed you that. This is the Celtic horned one, an archaic and powerful deity, widely worshipped as the Lord of the wild things. So Lord of the Rings, this is the ring, this is CERN. Cernunnos may have had a variety of names in different parts of the Celtic world, but his attributes were generally consistent. Tudor Rose, Tudor, door is gold, making Silvergate, Taurus, gold to rise the 13th sign, Cernunnos, Venus on bullseye, Odyssey 2021, Twin Peaks, full, 3 Martins, twins, rise, bullseye, Elizabeth line, Liza, Mona, Macbeth. So the Tudor age was the Elizabethan age. It's rising the Elizabethan, so I'll show you in France. It's all going on with Elizabeth born. I showed you in past videos, she is born with a black moon on Aldebaran, where Venus is now. And she has Venus in Pisces exalted. So this is somebody's post. Will run at double its record energy level this coming July the 5th. This is the Tudor Rose. The largest Hadron Collider is the biggest and most powerful particle accelerator in the world. It is located at the European Particle Physics Laboratory, CERN, in Switzerland. The LHS restarted on April 22nd, 2022 after 3 years of maintenance, work and upgrades. 5th of July is May Day, 5th of May, and this is when Roe and Wade began. I'll be showing you Roe and Wade. It's all very important, all these connections. So we're actually at May Day. May Day in French is help me, Midi. And I showed you about Mary Ryan, was the May Day queen, my great-grandmother from the Isle of Wight, where Andromeda, the pirate boat, came. So run through is expected to commence on July the 5th, a day after the 10-year anniversary of the Higgs boson discovery. So this is all about say 10. 5th of May is 5-5. Say 10. This is the 2 hands, the double spin. to bring up the hidden hands. Scientists use the LHS to test the in particle physics, particularly those associated with the standard model. Okay, blah, blah. You can read that. You can read all that. Right. The person who posted this put CERN is going to activate its Large Hadron Collider. It's no coincidence that this is the same day that the Sirius, brightest star in the sky, shining 23 times brighter than our sun, gateway, peaks on July 4th, 5th. So July the 4th is that famous day in America, Independence Day. There's about to be some major timeline splits and paradigm shifts. I wouldn't say this will be negative or positive, but the results will be subjective to the person experiencing them and what they've been doing leading up to this point. This actually, yeah, okay, so he says he had a 72-hour water fast, so 24 blah, blah. So that is the 72 to make the 5-pointed star. We're at the last angle, the last 72. Okay, here is the Tudor Rose. I went to Morehouse School as a child in London, and that's how I know that it's Thomas More is the famous painting. So I think I'd put a picture of it here. No, that's Ukraine. Keep that up. Here we go. So here's Thomas More. Here he is, this famous painting. And I always knew as a child that, and he's got his Blackberry, the Gascon, the Coin Coin, the people where I live, and he's got his SSS. So this was the Elizabethan age, and this is Denmark. He's Danish, and Danish is orange. This is orange. So this is the red, yellow, masculine axis taking over the female axis and bringing up the Black Madonna. And they're going to start this big war of, you know, anti-white. And that's what Harry's role is, to bring in the Islam into America. So this picture popped up. We've got the stag, we've got the heart, we've got the fire, we've got Aries and Taurus making that, making this cow, this doe, this female deer masculine. And as Venus' heart is on the bullseye, Taurus, Bambi, mother, Diana, moon goddess, fertility, killed to rise the green god, deer hunters. Deer Hunter, the film, is all about Asia, America, the red-yellow axis to become orange. Here we have the horned god Cernunnos, Instagram, making Taurus, Venus, feminine into masculine as tail of snake is in Libra. Masculine ruled by Venus too, with Aries, fire, Aleph, Tav, Lucifer, news today in my region, the Golden Horn, bullfight, 14th of July, la Corne d'Or est de retour aux Arènes, the 14th of July, which is the French Bastille Day. So in the village next to me, there is a big racetrack where they're sponsored by Monster 111. And we've got bringing up the golden, the MataD'OR, the METEOR, the Tudor, so a big bullfight on the 14th. Right. Corne d'Or. So that's it. That's your Tus. That's your Tuscany. That's Cernunnos is a place in Tuscany. This is the horn. So then I see this post at the Abbey of the Phoenix in Saint-Pé-de-Gernay. There's a big spectacle on the same date, the 14th, 17th, 20th, to bring up. So this is in a direct line, let me show you, of the Pic de Midi and where I live. So you're going to get all this. There's a whole load of dots being joined here that I'm trying to show you. So this is where this event is happening. This is where I live, and right here is the Pic du Midi in the Pyrenees, this line here, and there's Lourdes. Not for nothing, Madonna's daughter is called Lourdes to bring up the black Madonna. Lourdes right here. So that is your Phosphorous, your whale's tail, will.I.am, telltale, the sword, that is just the diving whale. And Jupiter is just in Cetus, Leviathan, the sea monster now. So you want me to open that and show you? Okay, so
Je suis Émile Asie. Je suis Émile Asie.
up. So this abbey, they're gonna have some big festival. So there will be, this is all very Elizabethan. Okay. Right. So this is the Ukraine accuses Russia of dropping white phosphorus on Snake Island after its retreat. So white is the baddie. Phosphorus is one of the astroplanetas, specifically the god of the planet Venus. In its the Latin word corresponding to Greek phosphorus is Lucifer. Libra lost wisdom is Lucifer without Scorpio rising as the egg. It's my village, AIG. Aigle, last angle, to carry the lost wisdom, snake scales of Libra again. Killing of the snake, Scorpio, Libra to rise Merlin. Bull god, Taurus, Aries, Aleph, Tav. Today, 7-2. July, 5 times 72 is 360, the new fifth element wheel. 5 times 72 is the 5-pointed star of Venus. Venus on the bullseye, Taurus, Aldebaran, sterile today. Mars in, okay, so we know this. I've just read it. The bronze serpent, you must go and watch Lavette's video, the fiery serpent on the pole. So 7. That's Libra. Then the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned by speaking against the Lord and against you. Intercede with the Lord, so he will take the snakes away from us. So Moses interceded for the people. Moses is Aries, the burning bush. Interceded for the people. 8, Scorpio. Then the Lord said to Moses, make a fiery serpent and mount it on a pole. When anyone who is bitten looks at it, he will live. So Moses made a bronze snake and mounted it on a pole. If anyone who was bitten looked at the bronze snake, he would live. This is this axis of the snake, Moses, Uranus, right there, Mars, Eris, and Chiron. And it should be when the snake is up here and they are rising their MC with Mercury right on the wand of Merlin and the sun bang on Sirius. And there's Pluto retrograde here. 9. So make a fiery serpent and mount it on a pole. This is the maypole, the 5th of July is the 5th of May. It's the maypole spin. I've showed you the pictures of Mary, Ryan, May Day, Queen. This is all in the connection, and this is bringing in the imposter. There she is, my great-grandmother, with the imposter, all the young girls looking in other directions, and Mary Ryan, the Maypole Queen, 1866. I'm born 1968. That's just the same thing with a flip-flop, and my son, 1986, which is the period of Pluto in Virgo generation, the year I'm born, and it ends the year my son is born. And this is all about stopping us. It's making a jump. So we go from stay in Satan, we go miss the Twin Peaks, and we go straight into Jupiter. Jupiter in Pisces, taking over coming up as Poseidon, the French political parties, is that pi 13 3.14 symbol of the tridents turned into the 6. So, you know, this is the bringing up, and there is the imposter, the indigenous shaman, some kind of beast up here. Right, so so Moses made a bronze snake and mounted it on a pole. If anyone who was bitten looked at the bronze snake, he would live. Phosphorous, ancient Greek. Phosphorus is one of the astros, so I've just read that. Romancized, which means dawn bringer. The term, this is just morning, evening star, Venus, is sometimes met in English as an adjective. The word phosphorus is applied in the sense of light bringing. For instance, the dawn, the god Dionysus, so this is Bacchus, this is Ophiuchus, this is Cernunnos, this is Saint Martin de Tours, pine torches in the day, and torch bearing as an epithet of several gods and goddesses, especially of Hecate, that's Capricorn, the old woman, but also of Artemis, Diana, that's Taurus, and they're making, she's the deer hunter, and they've given us this fake Cernunnos horned green god. So those are the 3 triple goddesses. Those are the 3 earth energies of the female axis, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. Seasonally, Venus is the light bringer in the northern hemisphere, appearing most brightly in December, an optical illusion due to shorter days, signalling the rebirth of longer days as winter wanes. So Uno's done a video about this. It's on Snake Island in the Black Sea, white phosphorus. So this is all about the war beginning between white and black, and this is what the Mad Hatter's Tea Party is going to be about. So a friend of mine, sent me Max this article, Silverstone, Formula One. So in Nogaro, it's also a big racetrack. Max, so this must be a Dutch guy again, orange, and this is, you know, this is Mad Max, 360-degree spin. So this is what's going to happen with CERN. We've got Red Bull, the Raging Bull, making Taurus masculine, Aries, Harry, and here it says Q3, 0.72 seconds. So again, it's the 5-pointed star I'm going to be showing you. At Silverstone, so the Philosopher's Stone, Aldebaran, the Silver Gate, this is the Philosopher's Stone. They rejected the true stone is Fomalhaut, Giza, where the equinox is falling. Somebody asked me what's going on in 2040. It's just when we're properly in Aquarius, and we are, you know, they're missing out the true twin peaks, jumping from Sagittarius to Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces. Martin doing their work in Pisces to bring up this beast and to set off the whirlpool, the bullseye. Look what they've put up here today. They've given us the little prince, the fox. I don't know what these pictures are that they give me now every day in my corner. So today we've got the little fox. We're right there. Martin, the fox, Jupiter, the crow is Saturn, and they're bringing up that fox. So this is all what I was Ferrari. I showed you the video of the rendezvous. This is the black horse coming, the stallion, this famous video. So we cut the sounds, the sound here, volume down, And this is the famous drive, the 13th, to bring up this 13th sign. So this is the famous drive of Claude Lelouch. That means trickster. And it's this drive from to Montmartre 13. And you've got this drive through Paris. So this is really the rising and of CERN. And he just drives through Paris, and it's terrifying. In August, a morning in August. Okay, so here is CERN. Yup. On the 5th of July, they're going to be setting a world record by firing it up to 13.6. So pi is 1.39, and they're flipping, or 4, 5 pi. Okay, I'll open pi. Pi, this is just the tav. This is the tav. We're at the Aleph tav. This is the catch 22. So the pi 3.14, and we've got 3, 6. So 1, 5 to make 6, 15. Trillion electron volts, 13.6. Kali black dark motherboard, 13th fake sign. Ophiuchus, Api, the bull god, Cernunnos, fake GG, green god, Lord of the Rings, and 13. 6, 9. 6 can also be the 9. Cancer, Kali. 6th house is VirgO. The moon will be in VirgO. House Jupiter ascending with Lara Croft, La Marianne. Hormonal Liza. Cairo line, MC Solar line, Cernunnos. And there I say again. So this is it. This is their dark matter. This is their black hole. And then this came out for the black moon, the 28th of June, on American Got Talent. We've got welcome. We don't want the sounds. So we've got these Lebanese women in America that give you the dance of the eye of Horus and Kali. This is, there she is. This is what we have in front of CERN. This is your new American pie. And it's just a whole snake dance of the eye. It's what we see in Pet Goat. I Pet Goat 2. And you've got the big 5-pointed star right behind. And it's blue because we're going to be flipped to Vega from the North Polaris. So look at this. And they say we're going to hypnotize you. That's what the snake does. That's what the snake does in The Little Prince, in The Jungle Book. And these stupid white women have no idea. This is Babylonian. This is Egypt. This is Taurus. This is the motherboard taking control and rising. So, you know, I'm telling you everything going on, but I know that if you're, you know, you understand this flip-flop, we can all surf it and it's going to be fine. But you've got to know how to surf this big jump because there's no stopping it. So they're doing the eye, and that was for the black moon, right? So I'm going backwards from what I want to show. This is last night's sky. It was very, so this is the news, the golden corn on the 14th of July at the racetrack next to me. Elizabeth Bourne has been put for action to get ready. The Elizabeth line, the Tudor Rose. This was, they're cutting the field so that all the hawks are out to get the mice. So this is amazing. In my village, we had a meeting for the trees, or we're all trying to save the trees, they're all being cut down, and I'm going to show you the pictures to explain that, but I'm just going to show you a couple of newspaper articles without. So, vente de voiture, new cars, 13 months of prices down. So we're going, the sale of cars, new cars, has gone from 14% to 13. So from 14 pieces of Osiris to 13, the 13th month. And another news article, Airbus mega command from China for the A32. So Enyan, where I live, the A of Aleph Tav, the OXO 32. So this is rising of my region, and I'm going to be explaining this. This is a little video, a short of a little rabbit saving its baby rabbit from a raven. I'm not going to open it, but the dark side of the moon is Cancer Kali Shiva. The mother protects innocent. She would die for or kill to save her child. That NRG, so I put a J, N is the North Polaris, R is the Romans, and G is the Greeks. But in France, NRJ, Jour J, JG are, you know, the same pronunciation. So NRJ, NRG, the Joker, has been taken and used as destruction, cancer to kill, because it's the unconscious moon star mother land beast, be east. Politically correct is not how the mother works. This energy used in the wrong hands is 69 death. Creation is when Cancer integrates Capricorn 96 creation and isolated power. Capricorn is currently used as the government, military authority. Mars is considered exalted in Capricorn. Tyranny used incorrectly. When she, the goat fish, is the grandmother, winter becomes spring. CC33, Cancer Capricorn, is not a Batman cape, but the peak cap, Geneva, CERN, the peak of the mountains of the nanny goat. They give you Mary Poppin, Putin, the hidden axis to rule over the unconscious collective. Activate your appreciation of her death and rebirth process. Winter Capricorn black, summer Cancer white, Taurus Scorpio spring autumn, fixed earth and water, water feminine axis with mutable Pisces VirgO, water earth, negative passive, chaos and order, air, fire, positive, active, masculine. They work as one. Keep them blended so concrete does not form and the clay does not dry out, nor does the quicksand swallow you. Keep the balance of the harmony between the phases of the moon, the cycles of life. She is Earth satellite and temperance. So Aska put a little picture. I'm not going to open it. So this is very important. This is preparation for this fighting for our forest, the last sacred forest. And I'm going to show you the pictures because it's all part of what's happening. I've always explained where I live. Tomorrow's an important day. So it was the 7-2. Venus on the bullseye, torso, Taurus, Taurus heart field, and Mars in the V, Vesica Pisces for victory. Just out of it. Should bring us luck. Tomorrow, 7-2, the sun moves 1 degree every 72 years. The women of my village are making a presentation open to the public. Enyan 32290 to save the last and oldest forest in our region that holds all the original types of tree foliage and life. It's a sacred forest, the real Narnia, the woods between worlds, Akka, the Milky Way, Cairo line. We are on the equinox 322 heart spin. That's what Andromeda is. That's where Mars and Jupiter are. It's the Milky Way spin, which is being set off by Pluto under Altair. It's the Saturn passage from Pisces to to Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, Pluto under Altair, and few make that true twin peaks. And you know, it's all about getting through this Milky Way spin. Direct line to North Polaris, and our village is the 5-pointed star. So these are just, I told you they had the big cuts in, so this is when we're going to start opening here. So in 2021, 9, was it the 10th? We had Mars. So where's Mars? It's when we had Mars, or it was Mercury. Let's put Mercury. Mercury was retrograde when they began the cutting. There's Mercury. So this was when my son-in-law in New Zealand, this is all what I'm going to be explaining to you about New Zealand. He took his life and they began the cutting down. So it was during the retrograde of Mercury over Spica, and they completely cut down all the trees. So this is the second part of the cutting down. The 5-pointed star, my village, 32290. So this is, my village is in the middle. This is where Kate and William came in 2016 to make the summer solstice, where I am. And they stayed in this castle, the Well of the Dragon, which is opposite Lupiac, where D'Artagnan, the last musketeer, the Puss in Boots, the cat, big machines came and cut down all the trees. And my village is Aignan, which is egg, A-I-G, the eagle. Egg, it's the new egg of Venus, and that's why for the Easter Day 2019 my dog was killed, and then 3 weeks later, on the same as now, Venus on the bullseye, a 35-year-old man lost his life. 3-5 is 8, and he was an alpha male. So Lupiac, Puy-d'Aguin, you see that axis? This is the imposter god. It's northeast, exactly like you saw in that picture of Mary Ryan. There's the northeast, bringing up Ophiuchus, the green gods. So you can see very well, and my village is bang in the middle. So all the trees, 23 DNA they pulled down. This is the stamp of my village. You've got the Statue of Liberty. There she is sitting. You know, this is the Black Madonna. Yeah, what was I saying? So there was Venus on Aldebaran. This is for the ONF, the energy. So here, Aignan, my village, bringing up the A, the Oxo, the Aleph Tav, beginning a new cycle again. The labyrinth on our church, which is on the drain pipe, Incy Wincy spider climbing up the spout, down comes the rain, wash the spider out, out comes the sunshine, dries the rain away, Incy Wincy spider climbs the spout again. So these are the pools. All the trees have been cut down. It's looking a bit better with the leaves coming back, but it was a complete massacre. And we have the just here, we had the tree that was the post of Narnia that we saw at the Jubilee, William with the green man who sung Gregory Porter by the lamppost. So this is a very, very old forest from the 100-Year War with the Black Prince of Wales. And I told you they brought up all the skulls in my village. They dug them all up for the 322 equinox. So Aignan, the bulls, the twin bulls, the North Star. There's cat, the Puss in Boots, the ginger cat, the hot and that kills the egg, the true third eye, and that was the event. So we were looking at that, the 21st of April, 2019. We had Mars for the death of my dog Mars on Aldebaran, and this is all things I'm going to be showing you. It's the Sun was right in Pisces, Mercury, Venus, but the most important was Mars, and that was to open. So that was when my dog went, and then we can see when Venus, a few weeks later, here's Venus. This is when the alpha male was sacrificed. He was an incredible man. We used to swim across the lake together. We used to do, he would just do lengths going up and down. So he went when Venus, where she is now, was on Aldebaran, all part of the Lupercali priest rituals. So this is the stads with the two twins making Taurus into the twins, rising the free martins. Here you've got that equinox of the eights. They're making this spring, autumn into summer, winter. This is why we're having such extreme swings. This was the image in New Zealand of, I did the video on Andromeda, but I'm going to be bringing it up again. There you've got the A for Enyon, that axis. It's a drone. These are men flying in the sky, that noise. It's not a drone, it's a man flying. They keep coming over my house. So there's Miranda in Picnic at Hanging Rock. She goes. It's the green man. I think this is St. Paul's. And there you had Mars on that V for victory. There is San Saturnin, the name of the road where my church is. Saturn is killed by the bull. They rejected the true stone and they take the philosopher's stone, the Phosphorous, Taurus. They take Gemini air and Taurus earth to replace Aquarius air and Capricorn earth. That is the main thing that they're doing. This should be Aquarius and Capricorn, and they're giving us Taurus and Gemini and using this energy of the Baphomet Mat Harry that's merging into to masculinize Taurus. Right. Saint Martin de Tours, he has a cape like Batman. He does not have a cap. He is Mars, Jupiter, Martin, currently on the whale's tail. Who is Saint Martin de Tours? Bullseye. This is making the bull gods, the feminine, into the horned beast, the maid and the minotaur. So there you see the 72, it's two 72s make 144, and this is in astrology, it's that 72 aspects, and we're at that last, and you've got 36 between each little angle here, 72 between each. This is being flipped upside down, so we're going to have the horns on the top. My village, 3T222, we're at that last crossover, and there you've got the red cherry on the top of the pole, the steeple up, the steeple, the red, and that's an 8. It's an 8 steeple. Okay. We're going on to the last most important part of this video. I did actually make a video just about this on Friday, and when I went to save the video, it just completely went. So this is very, very important. So this is something I found out which is connected to the Roe and Wade, D-Day, and Omaha Beach and the fertility tube. So we're going to look at this so I can remind myself. So Mars went retro in Pisces, V for victory, on 9/11/2020. Then for Andromeda Pirate Boat, Isle of Wight, 26 of 10. 2020, Akka 22, Tav, Pirates, Mars was where it is now. Okay, so we're going to look at what I was working out. So 9/11/2020 was when Mars went retro in that V for victory, where Mars is right now again. So Mars is now again. This is why we've got that Milky Way in New Zealand, that spiral. So come back to now. This is, so there is Mars exactly. So Mars went retro on 9/11, and then for the autumn equinox, when we had the pirate boat attack Andromeda on the Isle of Wight, that was when Mars had gone backwards back here, and then he went forward again. So it's all about now, preparation. And so that was on when I did the video 7/1. We're now the 7/3. Mars is now just out of this V, and 9/11/2022 we're going to have Mars. So my dog was sacrificed. This is Odyssey 2001. This is when the bull happens. 9/11/2022 we're going to have Mars bang on Aldebaran again, and we'll have Jupiter, Moon, and we've got Neptune here as well, and autumn asteroid, something right bang in the middle of that V. Okay, so you understand that Perseus is Mars. He steals the energy of Algol, Medusa. He gave it to VirgO when they cut all the trees down. When Mars went 6 months after Andromeda into VirgO. It's when they started to cut down all the trees. It began with Mercury's retrograde, and then Mars went into VirgO. And he takes the energy of Andromeda, gives it to, now he's giving it to Taurus. Mars giving it to Taurus. And that is the beast of the unconscious, the hidden hand, which is always passed from one female energy, white, black, to the other, water, earth, Africa, Europe, as the masculine axis, air, fire. Never let us reach into that true five-pointed star, Venus, Mars, merging the equinox, becomes one with the solstice, and bringing up this beast. So then 421, why am I showing 421? No, yeah, well, that was when my dog was killed. Yeah, that was the Easter day, 2019. Okay. So this is now the connection with Roe and Wade's, and very, very important connection. So bear with me as I get to that, and then we're finished for today. Try to row and wade through the bullshit. Macro and micro. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Dodo in French is to sleep. I say to my animals all the time, dodo, sleep time. It's what you say to babies. Doe is bread. We've got Mercury right now on that baguette. The baguette is the wand in French. A baguette's the wand of Merlin. Female deer and a row of blind men, and see the bigger picture. We are at Jour J, so it's the JG. It's Grace Jones. Grace Jones, the Pink Panther. The panther is black, Grace Jones. And we're at that point where we're falling from Pisces white to red, Aquarius, that makes pink, and they're rising the axis of orange and Dorian grey. Orion is the black and white grey. It's the Medusa, it's the jellyfish is our diaphragm. It's the sun and moon merging, solar plexus, and they're giving us a sun god, making the moon Silvergate, Taurus, Silverstone, Silverstone, the Ferrari, just one. And that is the Philosopher's Stone, Taurus, making her into a stag with Instagram, Aries, Harry, and Meghan, Aries, Taurus. Meghan is the new Princess Diana. Milky Way, mile by mile, man by man. It, you know, should be WM, Milky Way. They're making it MM. Jour J, D-Day, takeover of fertility. Mars in V for victory and Venus on bullseye. Free Martins, Brave New World, sterilization by La Vache qui rit. Me Too bullies. La Vache qui rit is that V. Mars on the V. La Vache qui rit is the V. Shown it in all my old videos over and over again. Me Too bullies. Comments below from May the 5th. So the Roe Wade court case opened. ACA 55 is the 5th of July. CERN, Satan, May Day, Taurus on mainstream astrology. But the date below is now. The Sun in Gemini, Twins, June. We had the Sun in Taurus. This is about the making of the Free Martins. Twins, sterile fallopian tubes. Omaha Beach becomes the dry bitch. Me Too bully. Caen, Normandy, D-Day is Jour J. The G-spot, the woman of the womb of man, fertility, God green. Twins, Baphomet horns, big ears for tears. Omaha Beach, second beach from the west among the 5 landing areas of Normandy invasion of World War II. It was assaulted on June the 6th, 6-6. It's 3 times 22, VVV, or 111777. 1944 D-Day, the invasion by units of the US 29th and 1st Infantry Divisions. Many of those soldiers were drowned during the approach from ships. The seamen, the mail, M-A-L-E, offshore, or were killed by defending fire from German troops placed on heights surrounding the beach. So it was all sex. I'll be showing you this, but it's sex magic for the fertility, rising the god through war, through sacrifice of the soldiers. A free martin or free martin is an infertile female cattle with masculized behavior and non-functioning ovaries. Phonetically, the animal appears female, but various aspects of female reproductive development are altered due to acquisition of anti-Mullerian hormonal Mona Lisa from the male twin. The 15th of September 2018, this is a post I wrote regarding Chelsea Clinton, CC33, said overturning Roe v. Wade would be unchristian. She also agreed that pro-life protesters, along with the gun advocates, were some of the ugliest protesters. So this is rising of the revolution, Prince and the Revolution. Abortion clinics harvest live fetuses for organs. Please wake up, women. So this is something I wrote in 2018. This is fake feminism. Watch videos below. Planned Parenthood senior executives and medical directors told CMP investigators that Planned Parenthood's abortion providers would be happy to alter that's the altar, the star altar. Princess Diana walked up the aisle, an aisle in French at St. Paul's. The aisle is the wing. It's the last wing. It's the last L. L is aisle. A-I-S-L-E is pronounced aisle or L. The representatives with the most experience harvesting fetal organs, Planned Parenthood Senior Director of Medical Services. So basically, I'm going to put this in the video underneath. I'm explaining that the whole Planned Parenthood, it's all about the end of the pair that rents, the government taking over. It's all problem, reaction, solution. It's exactly what they want. making decisions about women's abortive procedure based on what will serve its own tissue procurement needs. It is not treating her like a patient with rights and dignity, but like a harvesting pod. The harvest and sale of aborted fetal organs and tissues exists to meet the demand for fresh and undamaged body parts, typically from the second trimester of pregnancy. These practical constraints, plus the financial benefits offered by tissue purchasers, create incentives for Planned Parenthood to change their abortion procedures and even use illegal methods like partial birth abortion to get fresh, intact specimens. In tissue harvesting cases, the absence of feticidal chemicals combined with the active attempt to remove the fetus as intact as possible make it far more likely the fetus may be born alive, only to be vivisected to death for his or her body parts. PP, Prince Philip, Palace Party, Petit Prince. PP is the 99, LL 290-degree angles, LL is 77, G7, 7, G is the seventh letter, PP. Has never provided any justification or explanation for the admissions of their abortion providers in this footage because it's simply too damning. State, local and federal law enforcement must listen to the broad public mandate for Planned Parenthood to be held accountable to the law and to continue their investigations to criminal procedure. So that was from 2018. I found this post I wrote on May the 5th, and I think that must have been when they were opening this court case, whatever was going on. Roe, a deer, was making so much. So yeah, on that night, I get woken up by Rose. The deer and womb hunters, Roe Wade. Do you row or do you wade? Roe versus Wade. 410 U.S. 113 was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restriction. Artificial womb, Brave New World. So this is from A Brave New World. From the social predestination room, the escalators went rumbling down into the basement. And there in the crimson darkness, stewing warm on their cushion of peritoneum and gorged with blood, surrogate and hormones, hormonal Liza, the fetuses grew and grew, or poisoned, languished into a stunted epsilonhood. With a faint hum and rattle, the moving racks crawled imperceptibly through the weeks and the recapitulation aeons to where, in the decanting room, the newly unbottled babes uttered their first yell of horror and amazement. Roe as a deer, plural noun, European roe deer. The mass of eggs contained in the ovaries of a female fish or shellfish, especially when ripe and used as food, the full ovaries themselves. Lumpfish, roe, is most like caviar. Roe, abbreviation, roe. Finance, return on equity, is roe. Rules of engagement in combat. Wade, meaning walk with effort through water, as they did in D-Day on Obama Beach. They waded through the water, those young soldiers, all sacrificed, or another liquid or vicious substance. Walk through something filled with water. Waded ditches. This is the well. This is the well. This is the well of the dragon, that axis I showed you where I live. It's Draco is the points, the midpoint between the two north polarises. So I'm not 100% sure. I think that's where I am. And there's this connection with Canada. That's why Meghan, they've gone, I think they went to Canada or North America, but they're in Capricorn and they're rising Harry and Meghan to take the place of Capricorn and Aquarius, and where I am, I think, on Draco. I waded ditches instead of finding easier crossing places. A biotechnology company out of California called Cenomix specializes in the development of food flavoring using aborted embryonic cells for the production of food chemicals. Research by Cenomix into the use of some number aborted human fetal cells as a flavor enchanter, was published in PUMED in 22 again, after which several patents were filled by them. Additionally, this company has partnered with numerous major processed food manufacturers, including Kraft, Pepsi Cola, and Nestle. Okay, Omaha Beach, the fertility organs, the horned god, and there is, you know, Omaha Beach, North Island. So we've got the North. New Zealand is just NZ is 7777. It's or 2 Zs. NZ is, that's why we had the ZZs on the Ukraine tanks or the Russian tanks. They showed us ZZ, and everyone's wearing ZZ shoes at the moment. So the North Node is here, North Node, South Node, North Island, South Island. We're at Omaha Beach. D-Day, that opening, that gap that we're going through now. Free Marxism, read that. I show it every time. Taurus becomes the twins, the new fertility god. This is the D-Day, Omaha Beach, Normandy, and there you've got the semen, the sperm delivering the E-male, that E-ER, Elizabeth Reign. Free Martin, 10-6, the fertility tubes. That's why we had the Evergreen that blocked, the big boat that blocked with the Zeus in the Jordan Nile. That's why where I live, they just finished that motorway from the Ile de Jourdain, the Nile, the Isle, the island. They finished the last 13 kilometers to Toulouse. So you'll see what happened in Toulouse. I've got a picture. So they opened for the day. Venus was in Taurus. IV is the poisoner, poison. G, the poisonous IV. This is IV is how they make babies, horses. It's called what that name is IV for artificial insemination. So IVG, and that's why also we've got the GEMINI. That's where Macron opened this new motorway, the mountain, the G mountain. We had Bavarian mountains. So there was Venus on Aldebaran, and then bullets went through the flat of a mother and her daughter. And there you've got the shattered glass, the Black Mirror, Alice, the Maypole, the Bullseye, the Tudor Rose, the Sun, and they show you that image of the broken glass. I mean, give me a break. So D-Day, the Bullseye, Cancer was for the 7-1, it's just 1177, those two angles, 99 PP. We had the moon just after the black moon on Sirius had moved into Cancer. Mainstream is telling us the black moon was in Cancer. That's why CERN has to be open this month. It's Independence Day in France. It's all sex magic. The D-Day, I'll read you what I wrote. So there's the yellow making the black bull, yellow, red, black, the black Madonna with the orange. Orange is the new black, yellow, red, orange is the new black. Right, don't tread on me. I've shown you all the pictures of Ophiuchus. There's the V for victory, the snake, the beast, Texas, Oxo, X marks the spot, killing Scorpio, killing the Milky Way line, bringing up Taurus, Venus as the tail of the snake is in Libra. So this is all pictures from the abortion video of Uno. 1973 was the year of the ox. And Princess Diana was born in 1961, year of the ox. So we're going to have another one in 2033 and 2021. Odyssey 2001 anyway was the year of the ox as well. So the landmark Roe and Wade was legalized 1973 for the bull, for the ox, the eye, the snake. It's what we see in The Little Prince. So here is exactly what I showed you in my old article. So there's the Yoko Ono, the egg breaking. There you have the Simpsons, and this is the revolution rising. 2022. These are all shots from this video of Uno. And I Pet Goat, the heart. This is the bull god. This is that picture, Instagram, Venus on Aldebaran, heartbeat, the torso. Taurus is the torso, the Taurus field. Had all those rituals at Tour and Glastonbury. Hands off row. And there you've got the old lady behind bars, Capricorn, abortion, one-eyed tit, one breast, the mosque, the St. Paul's Cathedral, the mosque, you know, bringing in Islam to America. First Soviet atomic bomb, 1949, is 64, When I'm 64. Lucifer Rising, Marianne Faithfull, came out in either 72 or 77, I forget. Kenneth Anger, and Rising This Bull God. Batman, the Batman, she's got her cape on, she doesn't have a cap. This came out 1973. Trilateral Commission is a non-government international organization aimed at fostering closer cooperation between Japan, Western Europe, and North America. So Mars, White Europe, North America, so Japan and America, fire and air, yellow, red, taking over white Europe. Was founded July 17, 1973 by American banker and philanthropist David Rockefeller, who sought to address the challenges posed by the growing economic and political independence between the US and the Allies in North America, Western Europe and Japan. Black, white, feminine axis, yin-yang. 1968, Rosemary's Babies, 1973, and then 1990, we've got the lion. 13th sign of Fucius, the killing of the Milky Way snake, rising Taurus, red, yellow, and black. The Baphomet looks just like the uterus. This is making the uterus masculine, the green god, again, Cernunnos. This is the Snake Islands. It's Ophiuchus, the 13th sign. Bullshit. That Mr. Tumnus, Lucy. 22 is always the heart, passage, BB, or V for victory is 22 as well. Aleph Tav is 22. Tav is 22. So there we've got Mars on Aldebaran, Odyssey 2001, yellow and red and black, the atomic bomb, CERN, black matter, and Victus Harry in a wheelchair, I am, Willie, I am. And there's the sun god being risen in feminine Taurus. And this is that journey to Enyon. My village is the #1 in our region. When you look up all the villages with A, the first one to come up is our village, the Labyrinthe, where they kill 8 bulls every Easter day. to bring up the dark side of Venus. So we're at this point, Aleph Tav, this passage that we've got to get through to be the true rising of the eagle. Scorpio becomes an eagle again to carry the snake of wisdom, Libra. We're going through this passage now. The keyway, Alpha Omega, North-South node, Aries, Libra, right, rising Algol, right on that MC. I mean, it's just, well, I've got to get it all off my chest. So we're at that sword in the stone, the whale's tail, the diving duck. You remember the opening in Shanghai for the new year? They had that holographic projection of the diving whale, and that's Jupiter now just in Cetus in Leviathan. So Alpha Omega, sword in the stone, Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter, Mars, Eris, Chiron, all in Pisces. 10-6, Mad Hatter's Tea Parties, what we saw at G7, 10th house Capricorn, 6th house Virgo, rising of the Lara Croft girls. And there again, that 8, this is the gap, this is the passage. The black axis is due to the tilt of Earth's rotational axis. Bringing up the lady in red, there's Andromeda, and this was that the autumn equinox, this big attack. Merlin MK4, give me a break. I never saw that the last time. So, you know, there'll be so much more to see, but I've already covered all this. And there's the Isle of Wight, where my great-grandmother was brought up by Juliet Cameron, and this is the birthday. Exactly, I'm the 26th of March. My best friend is the 26th of October, the day this happened, and we mark that. So her great-grandmother was Juliet Cameron. We never knew all this. And we buried our friend Banbury, Isle of Wight, snake. Let's just put snake. It's not Banbury. Isle of Wight, snake. Yes, it is. Those are the images. Isle of Wight, snake. So I've spelled Isle of Wight wrong. Isle of Wight, snake, there's the snake that I've covered all this in all my old videos. The white snake. There is the snake, the tail of the snake, and the head of the snake is at Bembridge Down. So there are many, many famous pictures of this, that line that goes along. And this is where our third friend from childhood that I hadn't seen for 30 years, I went to her funeral at St. Helens, where the labyrinth, LN, we go from NL Nelly to LN, and her family was called, she was called Norman, and she died. The funeral took place when Saturn went into Capricorn in 2017. In mainstream astrology, as we know, it was for the Great Conjunction and the opening of COVID that Saturn actually went into Capricorn. So this is all about that tail. We've got the tail of the snake in Libra now. So that was the boat right on this corner. So there is the boat called Andromeda route. And we've just had that spiral shown in New Zealand. So there's something going on with this axis, Omaha Beach. It's the Virgin Islands. So the horns represent the twins, Gemini and Aries making this bull god. ERIS is the scales upside down, the upside down. Venus is the middle pillar. Libra is the eye or the arsehole when we're hung upside down. The Narnia lamppost, the Paris Olympics were at that X marks the cross. St. Louis, the sun god, Louis, and Kentucky is right there. Here she is, Europa, putting in that 13th star on the black bull. Little Mercury, Aries, Gemini, Aries, Taurus become one. It's exactly what's going on now. The sexual organs are taken over, made into the Baphomet. It's upside down. The pentagram is upside down. It should be closing in Alpha Omega, and they're closing it in Aleph Tav. This is a passage to get through. Upside down. It should be the third eye Libra when these merge. There is this god being risen, testosterone, red, Venus, Mars, red, blue. The story of water, O, Europe being taken over and Black Earth being risen, the upside down pentagram god. So in the newspapers, I had an abortion in 1969 on a kitchen table with a knife. So Florian rentra et Alice, these three girls, the triple goddesses, give their story. 24th of June was the black moon. So, you know, all this. One woman dies every 9 minutes with a clandestine abortion. Give me a break. Yep. So Malta is the Maltese cross is the only country with IVG without exception. Every 3 years. Qui proscrit sont les femmes et les médecins qui risquent. So, yeah, they're doing, and Jean-Claude, JC. So what's important there is the Maltese cross. I'm a girl, Doe a deer. They're killing Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Hercules, and Draco. So this is the Well of the Dragon where I am. Draco, this is what it's all about. Right, so you see how big all this is. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is the 5th of July, and I'm going, yeah, goodness. Right, well, you can see we're going to have Mercury for the 5th of July, right on the wand of Merlin. The moon on the 4th in Leo, and then into Virgo, and on the 7th that moon's going to be right on Spica, the blue star, La Marianne, Allez les Bleus. So it's all happening, darlings. I hope you get through all this video, you join your own dots, and I'll leave my site for bookings, and I just love you all very much. I don't know who you all are following these videos, but say something, make a comment so that I can see who you all are. And because I put a lot of energy, a lot of energy into doing this for you. So just a little hi would be nice. I have to get rid of all the bots that always come and attack me immediately as I put up videos. And I hope I can save this successfully and not lose this video. All my love. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye, my darlings.